Hi, today I'm gonna show you how I made my Z-sorting layer-based system for my game. This system is quite complete and allows you to do pretty cool stuff like objects that are higher than the player and that you can get up to using stairs. But first let's start with simple systems and build up from there. First of all, here's the simplest depth system you can have for a game. Basically just sort the objects based on their Y value on the layout. The code is extremely simple, a single line. In fact, you can make it even simpler using the default system action. And now it works pretty much the same, except you don't have the event overhead of doing the for loop by yourself, as it's all handled in JavaScript. Now this system has its limitation. First of all, you can't really do arch-based structures like objects that are always on top of you. So for that we're gonna switch to a slightly different system. A layer-based Z-sorting algorithm where you do pretty much the same thing, but instead of doing everything on the same layer, you create a virtual layer index and associate each object with its layer. As you can see, this object is on layer 0, this one on layer 1, and these ones on layer 2. And the player is on layer 0, so it only collides with the layer 0 objects and always moves in the back of higher layers objects. This system is a bit more complex while still being very simple. You just add a layer variable to your Z-sorting family, and all you have to do is do a double for loop through the layers and then sort each layer on its own, moving from the lowest layer to the highest layer. Same as the first system, you can make it even simpler. Here I'm setting the order variable to self.layer times layout height plus self.y, so higher layers will get a higher order based on the layout height value, but this can be replaced with any high value if you want to change that. And now again you've got the same system running on a single action. Now this system is good because it allows you to do more things, especially collision filtering, as I did with this line, where I pick the instances in the same layer and enable collision only for them. But you can take it a bit further, and that's where my system comes in. Here, if I activate the debugging, you can see that I can visualize the collision filtering, and instead of only picking the right objects on the start of the layout, I pick them each time I change layers and update all the collisions accordingly. This is fairly simple to do as well. Just check whether the player changed layer and update the collision. You can also do it at startup. It's fairly simple as well. But the most important thing you want to do is allow the player to change layers, and that's pretty interesting because for that to work you gotta add a stair system. For mine I use my collision box behavior, and each stair has these two collision boxes that detect whether my player is going down or up and updates all the collisions accordingly. Okay, so that's it for the whole system. It's kinda basic. Well, it's an association of basic systems that work pretty well together. Thank you. I hope that was clear enough. I didn't really get into coding because I don't really want to do that. That's not really a tutorial for how to make it, but more of an explanation of how I did it. Thank you again and goodbye.